Good morning, optimists. Today is Wednesday, June 14th, 2023. We are like straight up halfway through the year. Pretty much like on the exact halfway point, almost, I think. All right. So today, if we take a look at the Market Watch calendar, let me share my screen here. Let's get this up. So this music's quite loud. Let's get this turned down. Boom. All right. That's next week. Today we've got PPI data. We've also got the Fed rate decision, and then Powell is speaking today. That is at 11:30, and the rate hike decision. I'm so used to saying rate hike decision. There's actually more consensus that rates will stay the same today, but we won't find out till 2:00 Eastern. So that'd be 11 o'clock Pacific. But today we have PPI data. BlackRock came out with a statement that I saw right before I got on the stream that said that a tight labor market is actually making inflation be a lot more sticky than they were expecting. So yeah. I personally think that we can expect inflation to continue for a while. Doesn't this rate hike or not affect the prime rate? That'd be the Fed rate. So the Fed rate, I believe, is the prime rate. Let me check. Because the banks stack their interest rate on top of the Fed rate. So if we pop this up on the screen here, inflation will continue for the rest of your life, is what you expect. Well, you're not wrong. I mean, inflation's been continuing pretty much since like the 1930s. But what is the prime rate, and does the Federal Reserve set the prime rate? The prime rate is an interest rate determined by individual banks. It is often used as a reference rate, also called the base rate, for many types of loans, including loans to small businesses and credit card loans. On its H15 statistical release, selected interest rates, the board reports the prime rate posted by the majority of the largest 25 banks. Although the Federal Reserve has no direct role in setting the prime rate, many banks choose to set their prime rate based partly on the target level of the federal funds rate. That's the difference. The banks charge each other for short-term loans established by the Federal Open Market Committee. So it's the federal funds rate is what the Fed sets. Funny, I forgot about that because I have learned this before. But that's what's amazing about the internet, is that sometimes we can just look stuff up and we'll forget it. Yeah, all of the rates revolve around it. It's kind of like the rate of all rates, like the king of all kings. I believe it's also pretty closely directly related to T-bonds, T-bills, and T-notes, which are all just different terms of treasury bills. Which I think the treasury bill rate, that's not the difference. That's not where I meant to be, right here. The treasury bill rate today, I think, is probably, it dropped, actually. It's 5.19 for 1 month treasuries. It was 5.25. 1 year treasuries, I think, also dropped too slightly. But the 30-year treasury went up. CD rates and T-bill rates look pretty attractive. I actually just started setting up a T-bill ladder. If you guys are unfamiliar with what a T-bill ladder is, basically you can purchase a T-bill, which is like anywhere from anything under 1 year is considered a T-bill. Anything past 1 year, so like the 2 year, 3, 5, 7, and I believe the 10 is considered a T-note. So these are like midterm, and then there's the 20 and 30, which are T-bonds. But a 1 month treasury bill, what's cool about these is that you can get paid interest every week. So you can actually purchase 4 of them staggered out from each other. You need at least $400 to do this. But basically you can buy 1 T-bill, and you can buy all 4 T-bills at once, but they'll pull them out 1 week apart from each other out of your bank, and then they'll pull it out at the discounted rate. So basically what they do is they take this amount here, extrapolated by 12, and then if you buy a $100 T-bill, then they'll take out like 98 or 99 and whatever change difference, and that'll be your interest. And so then you'll start getting interest basically every week if you set up 4 of these, and you can set it out to automatically reinvest over a course of 2 years. So you can collect interest for 2 years on your money, and you can just keep buying more and just keep stacking on it. It's a pretty cool little system. It's a pretty cool way to just set up some extremely passive income. It's not like a lot of money. Like I definitely wouldn't say that you're gonna get like rich off of it unless you got like a million or more to invest in it. But you can still just generate a little bit of income doing little to no effort. Let's go ahead and jump into the markets today. So I've not taken a look at anything. We're on oil. Oil looks like it's actually about to have a breakout. I might trade that oil breakout actually. This ETF account is already practically almost failed. I got wrecked yesterday. Gratefully I did protect my I did protect this Apex account that is halfway to funding, but my ETF account and my other Apex account, my brand new one, just got wrecked, and I actually failed my other one. Oil up here at 69, making a major rally off of its low of 67 area from a couple of days ago. I'm probably going to take this oil pop here because I do think that this is going to pop up, but I'm waiting for this crossover. There's a little cyan switch right there. I might try to go for like 7 ticks on like 3 contracts. So I'm waiting for this pullback. We're currently about 2 cents diverged. Now, yesterday, I was trying to trade this exact type of setup, not so close to the View app, but I was trying to trade this setup, and it just seemed like we just didn't have the volume to really push things, and that made it extremely challenging, and it actually ended up resulting in pretty large losses. And this setup is usually really, really super solid, but if you don't have the volume, doesn't matter how solid your setup is, it's not going to work. Join the bid here. I took an entry way higher than I wanted to.
Order filled.
But also at the same time, it's kind of pushing before I wanted to. So trying to get out at 70.01 in 3 contracts at 60.94 or 69.94. Crossover inbound. Should be more volume, just because we're early in the day. Pulling back off the volume weighted average price there. I jumped the gun on the entry.
Order filled.
I took one additional contract, which is there's a lot of contracts. I'm in 4 contracts of oil, but I took one additional contract at 69.90 and that one has an intended exit of 69.95. There's the moving average crossover. I want to see a rip up through the VWAP now. Tap at 94. Should get a volume spike here any minute. Oil's just moving too slow. There's just not the volume that we need. If it drops below 200 moving average, I gotta cut this, but I'm already down 360 in this. Pulled all the way back to 84. I gotta cut that. Totally failed that breakout, and I filled it at the bottom too. Starting the day off with a fat loss of, geez, almost $1,000. $893 loss on that. That's gonna be a fun build back. So this is in my positive account. What the hell? I'm getting like lag here. Is the stream frozen? Yeah, Tiny, that breakout's been failing. I've actually never seen that breakout fail in oil. So for the, I don't know, 3 months I've been watching the oil markets, I've never seen that breakout fail. And since yesterday, it's failed twice that I've seen it. So it's just not a common thing for what is going on, dude? You have taken too big of a loss. Your trade of 8 is now frozen. Yeah, definitely that was a crazy dump. Yeah, I know, Puana. I took that trade though based off of that setup, and I've taken that setup I don't know how many times now in oil, and it's been accurate every single time. And so, granted, I did enter too early into it, but also at the same time, like, did you set up a daily limit on myself? Like a daily loss limit? No. But I'm gonna switch probably to the ES because oil's been really weird price action since yesterday. But yesterday I got crushed just in the market. I mean, like, the choppy sideways stuff is just really hard for me to trade a lot of the time. And yesterday was incredibly choppy. So I think, let's see. ES is ripping yet again, but with the same type of choppiness that we had yesterday. Trailing max is at 1552. Okay, so on the ES here. Wow, oil's still dumping down heavy. I'm gonna watch for a move on the ES, but I think today's name of the game is patience. Not a lot of room in this move. Join the bid here. Oh
Order filled.
my god, are you kidding me? What was that? I'm gonna cut this. See if I can get out with a micro profit on this. It could pop, but
Order filled.
It did pop up. I took a very, very micro profit on that, but I don't know. It looked kind of choppy to me. And then I was seeing the 35 actually drop below the 50. Man, it still ended up running up. Just chopped out right before the run up. Yeah, wow. Look at that. Dude. That's mad shady. I could have got the full trade, but I'm also like, I don't know. Today looks like a day like it's like, yo, just maybe not trade. That's what I probably should have said yesterday. I mean, really, like, just the choppiness in the market, I think, is just I honestly think that it got way too frothy this last week, like at the end of last week, where it just ran and ran and ran. It just kept going really just to the moon. Um with that, it's like what goes up must come down, and it just feels like it's, I don't know, it feels almost like propped up a little too high. But that's just me. In terms of the ES, I actually think oil is underpriced right now. But I can't trust oil. I can't trust oil's movement right now. Because if you look at this, like, that was like 3,600 contracts right there. Dropped. So I guess I'm glad I cut it. But it was a pretty big L to start the day with. Yeah, it's looking like a short. I wonder where though too. It looks like potentially down towards the VWAP. I think that really would have been the short right here. But I kind of missed it. 42, 26.50. Considering going short right here. Like right about here. Looks like it would have worked. I'm not gonna take it now. That would have been the move. Would be the rejection off of 35. Looks like there's a downward cross there. It looks like a short back to view app though. Well, it looks like it's finding support there at 69.25. I think oil is a long way to go for me to want to trade it. The 20-second crossover moving average would probably be the one that I'd be most interested in. I don't want to mess with the 10. The 10's been too shady since yesterday. The 10 is normally really awesome for oil, but as of right now, it's just not that great. I'll stick an alert on here at like 69.55. Just slightly above the 50. I don't know. The chart movement on oil is cleaner than the ES. But the ES seems easier to get in and out of trades. The volume. Plus, I gotta trade small now. After that L. So it's gonna be even longer to work back. To build back better. Rejecting that potential pull back up on the ES. Oil ripping up again. Probably expect a pullback on this one. No. Wow. Ripped all the way from 33 to 55, so 22 ticks right there. And continuing to rise. I was hoping this would actually present a pullback up, but it hasn't. This whole time. Just ripped 30 cents without me. Damn. Why no pullbacks ever? What's going on here? I'm trying to see if there's a pullback down to like 51. That alert was like ridiculous late. I'm looking for a pullback down to like the 9 exponential. I'm on the 20-second chart. Didn't really pull back that far, but this does look slightly extended.
Order filled.
I took a 2 contract bid at 58.
Order filled.
Got out at 65. That puts us down 741. Take the time and make it back. So that was roughly 140 back in our pocket before fees. So oil running into resistance on the 50, moving average on the 1-minute chart. So we may get some pullback down to about 50. Have to. Yeah, I'll take a single contract here.
Order filled.
Pulling back a little heavy on there. Take a look at this on the 20-second chart. So pulled back to 45. I got in at 52 on this single contract. $50 to 200 are pretty far apart. I don't know if I want to hold on to this one. Yeah, 9's below 12. I'm gonna cut that one. Just gave
Order
back
filled.
the loss I just gained, and then some. Down 925 on the day. Account is positive 316. Trailing max at 1521. Guess I'm probably gonna be sitting on my hands for a while. ES hovering around 27. So with the ES. US found support here. Take a little longer chart. Longer chart has a downward cross on the ES, but it did find support there along 26 area. So we got a little wedge down here at the bottom. Some ascension. Should end up pulling back up. Yeah, standing order there at 50, 69.50. I think I kind of missed this. I was trying to actually get in, but spending my time on this tech analysis. Ugh.
Order filled.
Took one at 54. It's just like when it starts ripping, it's like not pulling back, which is really frustrating. Oh, now pulled back.
Order filled.
It took one off 48. I'm in the max contract size that I want to get into right now, so I'm not going to add to this position. I don't really want to trade more than 2 contracts at the moment. What I really want to see is this EMA 35 get above that EMA 50. I think that'll actually give us a little bit more momentum with this. We do have the 9 crossing above the 12 and the 12 crossing above the 26. We have seen oil just dump pretty fast, which it looks like it might try to do on us. We got to break through 69.50. Pretty crucial zone. My average price is 51. I have one intended exit at 57 and another at 59. Currently up about anywhere between 40 and flat. Finding resistance there at 54, which is my entry point in my original order. But if we break out here, then I think we have room up to the 200 moving average, which is up there at 70. Tap in 55. All right, now
Order filled.
we got one order out at 57. Let's tap 58.
Order
I
filled.
took that order off there. Made a couple of bucks on that one too, like $70 or so. Still down 831. I got a long way to go, and I'm gonna take my time to getting there. I'd rather get somewhere at 20 miles an hour than and not crash than get somewhere at 150 miles an hour and crash. So yeah, that's how I was feeling about a 2-pawn. That's why shortly after I got into profit, why I cut it and took the profit. And crap or get off the pot. Oh man. Exactly. This song is dope. Looks like ES ripped out. Oh yeah, ES ripped. ES has made new highs. ES trying to get to the stratosphere. Any ideas what's expected on the rate decision? I had only heard that they were intending to potentially keep it flat and not raise or lower it. ES looks just as choppy as it did yesterday. I mean, it's running up, but just on like super chop. Can't really trade the shorter term charts very well. Oops, I didn't mean to move this. Maybe it needs to move. Make a big crescendo. I can vibe that. Well, it fell all the way down to 69.30s. Another big rejection there. Yes, ripping.
Order rejected.
Why did it reject this order? Did this fail? Am I on the wrong count? I'm on the wrong count. That makes more sense. Mhm. It's crazy for how much price movement this is putting in. There's very little range between candles. Like the range, like the spread is just so tight. So we might break out again on ES. Like it looks more like a pullback to me, but it is forming this flag here. Just double top there on the high at 37.50. Well, double top on the 10-second chart. So it did pop, it did break out.
Order filled.
Took a 2 contract micro order on the 100K account. So you're near the highs though, so I typically don't like trading these areas. I like trading trend reversals, but I'm just not getting very many of those at all. So basically, I'm looking for this to test the high. I feel like I'm having to do riskier trading just with the way the market is set up. But I don't have to. It's that's part of risk management, is not trading in and of itself. And this is a challenge for me. Tap my sell order, but no fill. I had reduced it down to 39.
Order
There
filled.
we go. Now it's filled. It did hit my original order at 39.25. So this account made a couple bucks. Trading small in this account. I'm probably gonna trade small on everything today. I should have started small. When you say think trades, do you mean like think or swim? Oh, I see. Like things that you're actually like I think it might, like anticipation trades, as I often call them. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Tiny. I appreciate that. This song is dope, by the way. This what's this track? This track's called Anatsuri by Osoku. Hopefully I pronounced everything correctly. Yeah, Paul, and that's really kind of where I need to be focused on right now. Is just like really long. That'd be really long. But just waiting until there's like proper setup. Because it can just get really, I don't know, it can get really long and time consuming to wait, but also at the same time, and sometimes it's just what's best. And the market just has not really been in my favor yesterday and today, in terms of the patterns. And I can tell you, in all honesty, there are a lot more times that I take trades, in part because I'm on the stream, than there are that I would take completely by myself, if that makes sense. And I'm not saying that I would take less trades in terms of the setups that I take, but like sometimes, like on days like today, like there are some chances. I would say more like a day like yesterday. There's a pretty high probability I probably just would have been like, nah, I'm just not gonna trade today. Today, I don't think so. It's not as choppy as it was yesterday, but it is still choppy. So that fell down about 20 ticks or so. Oil's still falling, like you said, down to about 69 probably. Hit the low there at 69.07. This is this is the exercise, right? Like this is the actual, like the real work, in my opinion. I think that I think what you put down here, only taking those trades that are those super obvious setups that really only show up a lot of times a few times a day. Some days we get them a lot. Some days we get them a little. And being able to take that and know when that is, by the way. Sometimes in my life I've thought to myself that I'm a little too smart for my own good sometimes. And I think that causes sort of like extrapolation in areas that I shouldn't be. All right, Tiny, have a good day at work. All right, we're here at 8:30. So we might get a volume push here. So on 10-second chart on the ES, I can't really take the trade, but we're getting a silent switch there, so we may get a push up through the 50 moving average. But I noticed that the 35 is below the 50, and a lot of times this causes further downward momentum. But it does look like it found support. It does look like it could still pop up. But you're correct. This would be an I think trade. That 35 there, that's why I decided not to take the trade, was because that 35 was dipping below the 50. So I'm like, even though it's got some other setups going for long, with the 35 below the 50, this often means that the breakout's going to fail. 20-second chart looks a little better. Sort of. There's still pullback on it though. So the Q on oil is, did it find its bottom? It sort of looks like it has. Let me go back here some. So bounce there off of 18 and slam right back down. On oil, 9's above 12, but there's no 1226 cross yet. And no TTM. Plus 35 is below 50. But this one looks a little bit better just in the sense that it did make lows. And this looks like it could be a bounce off those lows. But again, I don't have the setup right. It did pop though. 79 or 69.19 was my thought process on that one.
Order filled.
Took one oil contract at 22. We're gonna get out that one at 29. It hit 27 and pulled back. I'll drop this order to 25.
Order filled.
There you go, a little 30 bucks back. Today's gonna be a long game. My goal, I guess, at this point is really just to get as close to flat as I can. If I can get it to green, great, but I'm not gonna take any large swings to try and get there. I got beat too heavily yesterday and took too much of a loss this morning on the very beginning, so. What's the ES at? Wow, ES ripped all the way back up? Really? Oh, no, it didn't. The high was 39, not 35. Yeah, this is looking mad choppy, dude. Trailing max at 1641. For the ES, I would be looking for a red yellow on the 1 minute chart. Fun. What are you showing me here with this? Like I can see that this is, resistance here, but what are you showing me here with this? This is breakout or break in or I don't know what your intention is with this. I can see the analysis though. Oil pulling all the way back to 88, 68, 88. New lows. Now that's just a new low. Yeah, there's not really much that's my setup right now. Sort of a ABCD pattern here on the 1 minute chart of the ES. For the ES, like I said, I'd be looking for a red to yellow move, but I actually think that, and here's that I think aspect. I'm not gonna take the trade, but not until I see that yellow. But what I think is that we'll bounce off this EMA 35 and potentially set up a ABCD pattern. As if we remain on the bullish push and we don't get a trend reversal. I don't think we're going to get a trend reversal, though. We're kind of a long way out from it. We haven't even pulled back and hit that 50 EMA yet. So it looks relatively strong in terms of this area as support. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying there. I think ES is going to give us a new setup soon. After it's done sort of consolidating right here. Like I said, I would be waiting for that red yellow because without it, I don't really see the opportunity necessarily for the trade. I do see it running along this EMA 35, which seems to be acting as support and often does, especially on the 1 minute chart. There's that flashy yellow. Now I'd be a little bit more interested in this. And keep the trade a little small. 2 contracts. Let's set, there we go. 2 contracts off of 35. I'm looking for that to get out at 36.25. This one here going at this sort of ABCD pattern. The red to yellow move typically is a pretty powerful move. So we sold off these highs, which I think is fine. I'm going to try to run this to 37. Should be 2 contracts, 8 ticks. I'm gonna check the shorter term charts. I want to see what those are doing. Okay, that's stacking up. That's good. And fresh moving average crossover. Is that right? No, it's not correct. They're actually right next to each other. So let's check the 20-second chart here. All the crossover or all the moving averages are kind of in the same location, which I really don't like to see. I want to see very clear divergence on all the moving averages. So this is running up and hitting 35.50. We had an entrance at 35, and it's kind of just pulling back some off that. I'm gonna check this 1 minute chart now. It's pulling back to the EMA 35. Come on, TTM, load up. Too much sell-off. I'm out and I'm done for the day. It's just too much loss on the day. So that's that. I'm gonna jump off. I need to reconsider my life choices. So yeah, challenging week. It's funny, but sometimes the most bullish weeks are actually the hardest weeks for me to trade. Sometimes it feels to me like those are days that actually stay out of the market, not be in them. So, but yeah, having said all that, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down and, like I said, reconsider my life choices. Gratefully, my Apex account is still green, but I did lose over $1,000 today. I lost over $1,000 yesterday in the other account. So I'm getting sort of just slammed on these super choppy days, and it just doesn't feel like I have the market buying power to be able to work with this. So trailing max is at 1410. L on the day of 1035.40. Account is still green, $205. But gave back probably a good 3 to 4 days of work. So the only account ending green is ending green a whopping $2.76. 276 cents. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shut her down now, because it just doesn't feel like it's working out for me. Like the setups that I normally trade just aren't there right now. And the momentum is weird. Like it just is weird. So having said all that, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. And I'll see you guys Monday, actually, because we no longer stream on Thursday and Friday. So just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And yeah, we'll see you guys Monday. Peace out, y'all. Good luck out there in the markets.